Hi, I'm Mike, the All Hallows Geek, and welcome to another episode of This Week in Geek, the weekly series where I recap the top stories in Halloween and horror news of the last week. After last week's reveals from Funkoween, you would have thought I'd have taken the week off, and believe me, I would have liked to. There were a lot of announcements. But alas, here I am. We're back at it one more time with a brand new episode of This Week in Geek. Lots of fun stuff to cover, so let's kick things off. First and foremost, it's June, which means it's Pride Month, and a lot of the top names in Halloween and horror have come out to show their support with all new lines of t-shirts and tops. For the third year in a row, horror magazine Fangoria and horror apparel brand Fright Rags have teamed up to release a Pride shirt. The shirt, which features the Fangoria logo and a rainbow motif, will be available for pre-order through Tuesday, June 8th, with 100% of the profit going to benefit Trans Lifeline, an organization that offers emotional and financial support to trans people in crisis. Also releasing an all-new Pride collection is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. The horror hostess released her own line that features her imagery in a rainbow motif, but she's also partnered with the brand Creepsville 666 to release an exclusive line with 13% of the proceeds going to the Los Angeles LGBT Center, one of the largest providers of LGBT services in the world. And last but not least, Summer Halloween and Horror Convention Midsummer Scream released their own Pride shirt with 100% of the profit going to benefit the Trevor Project, a leading national organization that provides crisis intervention and suicide prevention services to LGBTQ youth. The tops feature a rainbow variant of Midsummer Scream's iconic Black Cat character, which is available on a variety of t-shirts and tank tops for purchase. And since it's June, it also means that summer is almost here, and Baskin-Robbins is putting a slimy twist on a summer treat. This week, the ice cream chain announced the release of its new sour berry slime topping. For just 99 cents, you can get your ice cream or your favorite shake topped with a bright green, sweet but slightly sour slime, or you can take an entire bottle of it home for just $6.99. And while I dig the concept of slime-covered ice cream, I'm not really digging the flavor, so if you decide to check it out, let me know in the comments what you think. And with summer almost here, cable and TV networks are also announcing the summer premiere dates of some of their top shows. And this week, FX gave us updates on 3 All Hallows Geek favorites. First, American Horror Story Season 10, which we now know is titled American Horror Story Double Feature, will premiere on August 25th on FX as well as Hulu. The show's spinoff, American Horror Stories, will debut ahead of the 10th season with the limited series run scheduled to premiere on July 15th. And finally, FX announced the premiere date for the vampire comedy What We Do in the Shadows. The series will return for its 3rd season on September 2nd. And if you thought last season was crazy, FX has promised all sorts of wild things for the upcoming season, including sirens, gargoyles, werewolf kickball, and let's not forget that Nandor and the rest of the house vampires are having to reconcile with the fact that their human companion Guillermo is actually a vampire hunter. This week we also got further details around Netflix's virtual event Geeked Week, which will take place June 7th through the 11th. The online event, which celebrates all things genre, will take place across platforms including YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. The event will give fans a wide array of exclusive news, sneak peeks, behind-the-scenes looks, celebrity appearances, new trailers, and more. More than 50 Netflix projects are said to be part of the event, but All Hallows Geek fans will likely most be interested in things like The Sandman, Lucifer, the Fear Street Trilogy, Castlevania, Resident Evil, and Godzilla Singular Point. And while not officially announced, the preview of the event did make reference to shows like Lock and Key, as well as the movie Army of the Dead. So we'll likely see some content around those Netflix properties as well. And finally this week, Disney Parks released further details around its Disney After Hours Boo Bash event taking place at Magic Kingdom Park. The event will take place after normal park hours on 23 select nights this Halloween season. During the event, guests will have the chance to experience special character cavalcades, character meet and greets, partake in complimentary treats, and enjoy more than 20 attractions, including the Haunted Mansion. This week we learned that tickets will go on sale on June 15th, with ticket prices starting at $129. Ticket prices will go up as dates get closer to Halloween, with Halloween night tickets costing $199 a piece. While some folks complained that the price was a bit steep, some folks who really like Disney and Halloween might find this to be a bargain. That's it for this week. If you enjoyed this week's video, be sure to give it a like, leave me a comment, or better yet, subscribe to make sure you always get your weekly dose of Geek. For more information on any of this week's stories, I've included links to the full coverage over at allhallowsgeek.com down in the description below. Until next week, keep it creepy.